In this video, I'm going to talk about scapula shrugs. There's 3 reasons you want to do this exercise: shoulder mobility, strengthening your shoulder girdle, and understanding the mechanics of your shoulder blades. So what I'm going to do here is plant my hands wider than my shoulders with my fingers facing sideways. The goal is to keep your arms straight the entire time. When you first start doing this, they may bend a little bit and you might not get that much range of motion, but that's perfectly fine. Just stay consistent, focus on the technique that I just mentioned, and you will start to develop better coordination, better strength, better range of motion, all that good stuff. So from here, hands are wider than the shoulders, fingers are facing sideways, arms are straight, and then you're going to press the center of your back towards the ceiling so it's almost rounded. I'll show you from the side here. This is somewhat of a neutral position. This is the shoulder protraction position, the start position. You're pressing the center of your back to the sky and your shoulder blades are spread out. Now you're going to keep your arms straight and sink your chest towards the floor. Now I'm kissing my shoulder blades together. This is shoulder retraction. So my shoulder blades are getting closer to each other, and then once I press back up to the start position, they're getting further away from each other and going into protraction. So these are reps that we're going to do with this exercise: shoulder protraction, shoulder retraction. I'll show you from the front view. I'm not sure what's going to be best as far as a visual for you here, so I'll give you both views. Again, hands wider than the shoulders, arms straight, fingers sideways. You can do this with your fingers forward once you get a little bit more advanced. I've noticed that with my students that I'm working with in person, it's a little bit easier to get the hang of this movement and the range of motion when your arms are, or when your hands are wider than your shoulders and your fingers face outward. So start there, and then when you start to feel more comfortable, if you feel it's appropriate, you can go here into this a little bit more challenging position. Arms wider than the shoulders, sink down, shoulder retraction, chest towards the floor, kiss the shoulder blades together, and then press back up. Lower back down, press back up, center of the back towards the ceiling. Another way that you can increase the difficulty with this is going into a plank position. Same thing, hands can be wide, arms are going to stay straight. Now you're going to feel more weight in your hands, which is going to increase the difficulty. So the same thing applies. Lower down, press up. Lower down, press up. Once you get more advanced with that, you can bring the hands underneath you, fingers facing forward in your plank position, sink the chest down, press it back up. The beauty of this is, like I said, it's going to build mobility, strength, and help you understand the mechanics, but this is also the top of a plank position. So a lot of times you see people doing planks and they're sagging in their shoulders like this. That's not how you want to do it. To get the most out of a simple plank exercise, you want to push the center of your back to the sky here. Notice how much more active I am. Anybody can just like hang out here for a little bit without activating their shoulder girdle. But when you push the center of your back to the sky, spread those shoulder blades apart, you're going to get a lot more out of this plank exercise. Now we'll take it one step further. We're going to do scapula shrug circles. If you are having a hard time going through the first movement that I showed you, traditional scap shrugs, this is going to be very difficult. You can still play around with it, have fun, start to understand how your shoulder blades move side to side, but make sure to do these on your knees. So come onto your knees, hands wider than the shoulders, fingers sideways. You are going to sink your chest towards the floor. Keep your arms straight. Now I want you to shift over towards your right hand and then press up to go into that protraction, and then move all the way through the center over to the left side. Now sink down and then stay low, stay down in this retraction, and move over towards the right. Press up, move over towards the left in this protraction, staying nice and strong, sink back down. Now from here, you're going to press back up. Press up on the left, stay in protraction, go to the right. Once you get more comfortable with this, once you get stronger, you can make it a little bit more fluid. Just moving through this just like this. Then when you get even stronger, more comfortable with this movement, you can do them from the plank position, moving through this range of motion. Of course, you want to make sure that you do both sides. It's just a nice way to keep things even. Great exercise to enforce the strength of a plank. This is also a great exercise to improve your push-up if you're new to push-ups, or if you're doing a low number of push-ups and you want to start to increase the number of push-ups. Start to build up that scapula strength, start to build up that awareness of retraction and protraction. This exercise is a hidden gem of fitness. So work on this as often as you can. A couple times a week would really go a long way. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And if you found this video helpful, please give me a like and subscribe to my channel. It allows me to get more information out to more people. So thank you for taking the time to watch this video.